Hey, I'm in a collaboration today hosted by Kristi from Planning Us Healthy. First, I'd like to thank Kristi for including me in this collaboration. Thank you, Kristi. You're a sweetheart. And everybody who's participating in this collaboration will be linked in the description box below. Make sure you visit Kristi and all the other great people in this collaboration. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Let me know where you came from. If you came from one of the other ladies in the collaboration, Dish With Thee would love to have you as part of her family. And my peeps, when you visit all them other channels, make sure you tell them you came from Dish with D. That'd be me who sent you. All right, now, my video is going to be a little bit different. I'm not actually going to cook in this video. I figured I'm a hot mess in the kitchen, so I'm going to more or less explain to you my tips on barbecues. My first tip is quinoa. If you've never tried quinoa, it's a seed that when you cook it, it sort of pops. And it makes a great salad. It's very high in protein. You could probably have 1/3 of a cup for 3 points. Or maybe you have to look in the thing. I guess I should have known that. Yeah, I probably should have. But what I do is I cook usually a cup and I follow the directions. I believe it's a cup and a cup of water. And you follow the package direction on cooking quinoa, because I'm not the queen of cooking quinoa, but I always have to look it up when I do stuff. So I cook up my quinoa and then I make a vinaigrette. Now, normally I do olive oil and some sort of vinegar, depending on my mood. Could be red wine, could be apple cider, could be balsamic. Just depends. I do very in the minimal amount because it will absorb it, especially if you put it in there warm. You can even do like a lemon juice if you wanted, but I take the points for it because it's only, you'll find, do like a basic vinaigrette with like a few tablespoons here. It depends. You see how much quinoa and how much you need. So like I said, everything is just on your taste. That's how I cook. I don't really measure. I'm bad that way. I mean, I measure. I'm sorry, but I don't follow recipes. I kind of make up stuff as I go along. Always been that way. That's why it's hard for me to cook and give recipes, because I really, I'm kind of a freewheeling cook. So I make a vinaigrette. Depending, it could be a Greek vinaigrette. It could be a regular. Like I said, it just depends on my mood of the day. And I find all sorts of veggies, cucumbers. I'm a fan of those organic hothouse grape tomatoes that are all like, what's the word? All the weird looking ones. They're yellow and they're orange and they're like ugly. I love those. And I'm a firm tomato girl. I don't like me mushy tomato. Or I'm a big proponent of the plum tomatoes. I don't like regular beefsteaks. No. And I don't like cherry. No, too watery for me. And I always chop and drain my tomatoes because this adds water to your salad. I usually do that. I don't, it just depends on my mood. I put celery if I have it, green onion if I have it, or if I don't, red onion, olives I put in there, bell pepper, corn, whatever I have, zucchini in the pantry or in my drawer, goes into that salad. It's different every time. My family always says, this isn't the same. It's good, but I'm like, I know, I don't ever cook. That's just how I am. I don't buy specific stuff. I just have all stuff on hand. That's what I put in the salad. And depending on, sometimes I put cheese, some not. Cheese adds points. So if I have feta, I'll put feta if I want. If I put regatta salad, I've put in there. Sometimes mozzarella, not all the time, unless it's just a tomato. Then maybe I'd throw some fresh mozz, but not all the time. So it's this cheese, very, very, so mix all that together, refrigerate it, throw that vinaigrette on top, sit for a couple of hours. It's delicious. I usually measure out like 1/3 of a cup in my measuring cup and I put it on my thing. It usually comes in a little disc on my plate. It's really cute. I will insert a picture of my last quinoa salad at sometime in this video, probably after I'm done talking, because Dish is a hot mess. She's learning. She's learning. Remember, I'm not a professional, nor do I claim to be, and you obviously can tell that by my videos. Also, I'll do it. My second salad is usually an orzo salad. Yes, orzo is it's like the rice-shaped pasta, but it is pasta. And I do like a Greek salad with that. I'll do peppers, no, not peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, olives, and feta cheese. Whatever's in a Greek salad, I put in that salad. I make a Greek vinaigrette, which usually has red wine vinegar, olive oil, and oregano. Is usually like I said, you put as much vinaigrette as you want and put it in the recipe builder, find out how much it is per, this is a learning process. Like, I don't want to give you everything. I want you to take what I have and learn, because that's how I did it. I mean, nobody sat there and hand fed me anything. You give you a basic idea and you run with it and you teach yourself. That's why the recipe builder in the app is so important. You could sit there and put recipes in there and break it down and you know exactly what you're eating. So that is my big tip. And I love those kind of salads because they're small, so you get more. The pasta's smaller, so you'll get more salad. And they're really, really good. I do love a good, I did a fruit salsa. My first, I don't really like fruit, but I did watermelon, honeydew, and strawberries. And I think I might throw blueberries in there. I'm not a big fan of blueberries, but my husband does, so I threw a few in for him. I did fresh mint and lemon juice. And the second I did lime juice. I will say lime juice was better than lemon juice, in case you're wondering. I mixed that. I threw a little bit of a tablespoon of, and you'll see, I made a vat of it. It was probably a bowl this big. And I put a tablespoon of Splenda because the fruit wasn't that great. It wasn't very sweet, which is, I mean, it's hit or miss sometimes with fruit. Sometimes watermelons are sweet, sometimes they're not. This one wasn't. But I liked it because it was firm versus being mush. But it made a beautiful, and the fresh mint just made it. So I count that as 0 points. It was beautiful. I will insert that video as well. And I made, this is the piece de la resistance. I made cinnamon sugar lavash chips. Now I've made on my, if you look back on my channel, I've made lavash chips with salsa, like a savory lavash chip. These I made sweet. So I cut my lavash chip. Now you cut your flat of lavash, which is 2 points for the wrap, in as many squares as you want. You can get 40, you can get 30, depends how big they are. Now one sheet is 2 points. So I took the sheet, did my pizza roll, cut him in, and I sprayed Pam non-stick on the bottom of the pan, put the chips on, sprayed it on top, and sprinkled a mixture of Splenda and cinnamon. I probably used 2 tablespoons of Splenda, and I just didn't measure it, but I didn't use all of it. I made several batches, so I didn't count it. Sprinkled. I 375 for 4 minutes, checked them because they will burn, flipped them, another spread, another sprinkle, baked them in maybe a minute, 2 minutes at the best. You have to watch these chips. That is my biggest advice. You have to watch these chips. These chips were the bomb. I sit there and tell you they were so stinking good. My 21-year-old's like, Mom, these are really good. He hates my food. He's like, your food usually stinks, but he's like, these are really good. And they went with the fruit really, really nicely. And I'm thinking maybe next time if I make like a cheesecake dip or a cookie that I can find me a low point one, I'm gonna make those chips. For amount that I've got for 2 points was a ton. I had probably 35 chips for 2 points. That is what I like for lately, and I put that on my salmon, that salsa, the fruit salsa. It's delicious. It was different, you know? Like that's my big thing with Weight Watchers and stuff. I love to do things that I haven't done before or try to change it up. Like fresh herbs are a must with anything, especially this time of year for barbecues. Fresh basil, fresh parsley, fresh thyme, cilantro. I thought you can get your hands on a fresh herb. It enhances it tremendously. And of course, I'm always about the tomato mozzarella salad. I'm an Italian girl. We grew up with tomato mozzarella salad. A drizzle of olive oil. Now I buy the infused with at the local olive oil place. I'm a little bit addicted to it. So you use less because they're so flavorful. Like this one had a Parmesan infused. Yes. On top of tomato salad. I didn't put onion in this one because my little one doesn't like onion. So when he decides he's going to have some, I can't put onion in it. What kid is that? Onions are the bomb. But yes, and I put the little bocconcini, the little mozzarella balls. Yeah, and I threw a little drizzle of balsamic. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. Did I count it? No. I didn't. I don't, because I don't eat the whole bowl. I eat a portion, and it was so good. If I could give any advice, go to those places, try their balsamics, try their olive oils. They're so good. And if you're going to eat something that you're going to have to count, it better be good. And that stuff is awesome. That is my advice for barbecues. Make your fresh salads, use your fresh vegetables. That especially this time of year, I'm in South Jersey and we have corn and tomatoes and fruits up the wazoo. So I am all for, I've been eating tons and tons of vegetables. Cook, make your own stuff. I make an awesome eggplant dip that might be on the channel. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I did upload it. Check out a few recipes that I've uploaded because like I said, I'm a hot mess when it comes to organization. I'm just not, I try to be honest with you people. I do the best I can. I'm more of a chatty kind of gal. So if you like this video, and I will insert the pictures at the end, check out I'll have the quinoa salad and the fruit salsa definitely on there. and the chips, because I do have a picture of that. I'm not sure if I think I did take myself talking about it. So whatever I have, I will put it at the end of this video. Again, thanks, Kristi, for including me. I hope you like this video. If you do, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Check out my WW vlogs here on the channel and my past ones. I have a lot of interesting topics that I vlog about in the car, on my way to work, on my way to anywhere, but I'm home right now for the summer. But welcome to Dish with D, and I am D, and I dish. Snap. All right, guys, have a great day. Check out those other ladies in this collaboration. I'm sure they're going to have great recipes. Thanks again, Kristi, for including me. You might not want to include me again. I love Kristi. Wags for short. I call her Wags. Hit up Wags. She got some good stuff. All right, guys. Shoving off. Bye. Chips that I'm making for my fruit salsa. This is a lavash bread for 2 points that I've cut into little cracker-sized pieces or chips. I sprayed them with Pam spray and sprinkled them with Splenda and cinnamon. So I'll have to count that. I didn't use that much. And this whole tray is 2 points. I could have made them smaller, but I like to double dip. I'm a double dipper because it's just for me. Look at those. All right, where do you see the fruit salsa? It came out really, really, really delicious. They came out of the oven and they look delicious. Look at that. Oh, sweet and low fat. Win-win. Where do you see the salsa? Let's try this year for a barbecue we're having here for 4th of July. I just chopped some watermelon, some honeydew, some fresh strawberries. I added some fresh mint from my neighbor's garden and half of a lemon squeezed in there, and about 1.5 tablespoons of Splenda. Tossed it, and I'm going to marry it with my cinnamon sugar lavash crackers. Now you can have a whole sheet of these lavash crackers for 2 points. The cinnamon and Splenda I sprinkled on top are 0. The Splenda in this salsa is 0. This whole salsa is 0. I think it's really, granted you have to count your chips, make sure you have just the sheet, but that is what I'm making for our barbecue today. Now you can put any fruit you like. This is the fruit I happen to have on hand. Was the watermelon, the honeydew, the strawberries, and actually my husband asked me to put some blueberries inside. I didn't show me chopping all this because it's kind of, you can make this fruit salsa salad any way that you choose. But it really, and I'm not a fruit lover, but really, I have to say it's really, really good. And look how pretty that is. That fresh mint and that pop of lemon I squeezed in there. Just made everything come together. And my watermelon wasn't the greatest. It really wasn't. But you know what? With the little bit of Splenda and the fresh mint, like I said, it was 1 tablespoon of Splenda in this whole huge bowl. It is. There's my hand. This is a huge bowl of fruit salsa. So that is my contribution for this barbecue today is a fruit salsa. You could add it, like I said, with the delicious chip. Scoop it up and look at that. I'm going to enjoy it. Delicious. This is my recipe. This is actually not my recipe. This is just my combination of flavors. Make whatever you have on hand. Apples, bananas, cantaloupe, pineapple, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. I mean, anything you have, just add the fresh mint and the lemon juice to tie it all together. And let me tell you something. Look at that mint. It's so good. All right. I will come back and let you know a few other tips for barbecues. This is another famous salad I do. It's a tomato salad. I like to use the Hot House heirloom tomato, like the cherry tomatoes. See, there's orange and there's yellow and there's these funky looking dark ones. I like to cut them in all different shapes and I like to put them in a colander to strain because tomatoes are very, very wet. So I like to drain some of the juice so my salad isn't as mushy. And then I will put them in a bowl with a little chopped either red onion or scallion. Sometimes I have the baby bocconcini, the little mozzarella balls, and some fresh basil. And I will show you what it looks like, because I'm not sure what I have on hand, but we are going to see in a minute what I have to put on this salad. And we have this salad a lot during the summer because tomatoes are in such abundance here in New Jersey. But I also wanted to share that along with my fruit, and I will share a couple other salads in a minute. Salad all done. My tomatoes I sliced into different slices, rounds and quarters. I added some little bocconcini, the mozzarella, fresh basil from the garden. I also put a splash of my infused sun-dried tomato, Parmesan and garlic olive oil that I get at the local store, some fresh cracked black pepper, and a dash of black truffle oil. Balsamic, sorry. Yes, I probably use about a tablespoon of the oil and like a teaspoon of the truffles and a little of the Trader Joe's onion salt. If you haven't already tried the Trader Joe's onion salt, do yourself a favor, get out and get it. It's delicious. Look how cute this is. Look at that. See, it has the green in it. It's adorable. I love it. It's delicious. So this salad is a staple through the summer in my house. I grew up in an Italian, I am Italian obviously, but in our house, my mother always had a tomato salad almost every night. My dad was a big fan of it. And with a nice slice of crusty bread at the end and dunking all that juice up, it's absolutely delish. This is another salad that I have always during the summer. It's a staple here. So I just thought I'd share that. It's more of a method, not really a recipe. Like I said, you can adapt it to your own. If you like oregano, put oregano in it. If you like parsley, put parsley in it. If you don't like, different types of tomatoes, different kinds of cheese. You can, any cheese that you like, or don't put cheese at all. I didn't put any onion in it this time because my one son doesn't like onions, so I use the onion salt. But normally I would chop a little, onion in there. Some freshly grated garlic would be nice, but since it was in the soda tomato and garlic, and this even has like a double cheese because this olive oil over here is infused with sun-dried tomatoes and Parmesan, so it gives it an extra bit of flavor. And if you have a local olive oil place that you can go to for these infused olive oils, I highly recommend them. They're my addiction. So you don't have to use as much, and the flavor is outstanding. And it's olive oil, so you really can't go wrong. It's a healthy oil. So I will come back and talk about another salad.